I'm Ewell Smith. I am the Executive Director of the Carolina Loggers Association. We're here at the Mid-Atlantic Logging and Biomass Expo. We've got 5 of the largest dealers here doing live demos, and we've got all sorts of static displays as well. The purpose of us doing this, we're working with the NCFA. We also work with Hatton Brown Publishing, with the Southern Logging Magazine. We're here to showcase some of the best equipment, the new technologies, so we can help bring and continue to bring the logging community forward into the future. Bring in new efficiencies, bring in new technologies. We need to showcase what the logging community means to this state, and this is one way of us doing it to our immediate community of loggers. The other piece is, how do we get this message out to the rest of the world? And we do that through our partners, working with Bobby Goodson and others to help us spread the message of how important the logging business is, how important the forestry business is to this state. It's huge. It's a $32.8 billion business to this state. It supports over 150,000 part-time and full-time jobs. So all in all, there's a lot that goes into this, not to mention it's probably the best renewable resource that we have on the planet Earth. And North Carolina, in the very beginning, is the first state to start the whole forestry initiative with the first forestry school. So there's a lot going on. This is symbolic of all of that, decades going back, centuries going back, of how important this business is to this state in North Carolina.
Biannually, we'll have a live demo, which a lot of them are just static, but this is a live demo. You get to go out and you see the most modern equipment they have for our industry, and you know, it's good to go there because you see a lot of friends, but people come from all over the country. There was people from Ohio, I mean, just 7-8 hours away to come down to these events, and it was good being there. I mean,
we had a meeting in Raleigh, I guess it's been 15 years ago. It was groundwork put up to start the association. And this isn't the first time we tried it, but I think this has been the most successful one that we've had. And you know, the benefit I see in it is you bring together a lot of like-minded people, and everybody knows that networking is how you benefit. You know, because we all have the same issues, the same problems, and it's nothing. We're not out here warring against each other because we're all in the same industry. We got to stick together, and when you network, you know, it helps everybody. You know, and eventually we hope that when the company or the association gets bigger, we can start, you know, power buying, and it just make the company, the logging jobs more efficient, more profitable. That's the bottom line. We're all trying to make it.
We would leave the work on Friday. Everything's fine, ain't a cloud in the sky, ain't rained a bit, ain't rain in the forecast. Come back Monday and water's 3 feet deep. They'll turn out, what we're working at, it is the floodplain. You know, granted, I mean, but I'm working there right now. At least give me a heads up that you're gonna dump water on me. We're trying.
Well, you're doing a good job.
Thank you.
Keep up the good work.
I appreciate that.
Tell that Justin, I don't know about that beard, but I'm going to give him a like it.
Look, I try to grow one. Oh, mine's gray. I said, I ain't growing. Look, I got up this morning, of course, I left the woods and I was looking rough because I hate shaving.
Well, yeah.
So when I get out in public, I feel like I got to shave like a drunk. So I get to the motel and I got all this gray stubble everywhere, so I forgot my razor. So I go to the thing at the motel. I said, you got a razor? They said, sure, to give me one. So this morning I get up at 6 o'clock and I am shaving and shaving for 30 minutes and it's not working. I said, I've got a defective razor. So I go back downstairs and I'm looking rough now. I got patches here and there that's been whacked off. I said, man, this razor ain't working. You got another one. She says, well, you get what you pay for, and I didn't pay anything for it, so I didn't get much. But tell you this and say this: if you have to use one of them, don't use no shaving lotion. Because I did it with no shaving lotion and finally got my beard, my little stubble off.
Oh, yeah.
But I about rubbed my face raw trying to get it off, and I said, I'm gonna look like a drunk with patches of hair missing because this stupid thing won't work.
I have to remember that because usually mine, I bump up real bad, so I have to remember that.
I hate shaving too.
Got something in my belly,
Hey, I got a 3-second rule on this deal. You want to see a fat man pass out? Take a long time to take a picture.
Hi folks, Jeremy Whiteside's here with Richland Creek Timber from Lake Toxaway, North Carolina. We're up in the western part of North Carolina, a lot different from what Bobby does. We're in the mountainous region up there. Been a logger all my life. We got a wood yard now and kind of going in that. Today we're here at the Mid-Atlantic Logging Show to Expo, just seeing all the new types of equipment that they got out, seeing all the different vendors, and some of the latest technology in the markets is on display out here today. It's been a really great show. Just kind of hoping this rain will hold off a little bit. Really enjoy, watching the show and everything like that, and that's it.
I'm Don Watson. I'm District Forester for our Rockingham District 3 with the North Carolina Forest Service. And logging affects the forest industry in many ways. In North Carolina, logging is, forest industry is very important. It's one of our top manufacturing sectors. It's also one of our top employers in the state, and it brings in over $31 billion annually to the state of North Carolina, so it's very important. And loggers feed that industry. They're in the woods every day, getting the raw material out of the woods, getting it to the mills, obviously providing jobs to not only the fellows that are on the crews, but everything that's upstream from that. And you're looking at final products everywhere from hairspray to furniture in the state of North Carolina. So logging is certainly very important. The guys in the woods do a really good job. They do their best to take care of the land. Obviously we're there to help anything they need, water quality, site planning, site preparation for their logging jobs. And we work hand in hand with the loggers in the woods on a daily basis to get their work done. We work with the landowners to manage their forest land, recommend harvest when it's appropriate, and manage for the needs of North Carolina and its citizens.
We've been keeping up with you on YouTube.
Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Y'all live around here?
Hamptonville, North Carolina. Perfect. We're a little bit rough ground.
Yeah. You having fun doing it?
There you go.
Hey, this is Yule. We are in day 2 of the Mid-Atlantic Logging and Biomass Expo. We have a full house today. The parking lot, if you see it from the sky, the parking lot is absolutely full. We have all of our vendors. The vendors are getting to showcase all their new equipment, all the new technologies to help our members, help the logging community at large, not just in North Carolina, but for the entire southern region, the Mid-Atlantic region. So this is a great show. This is an opportunity for people to come down. We'll do this show again in a couple of years. This is our chance to show what the future can look like for our loggers, to help them get there by showing them the newest technologies and the newest innovations in logging.
One thing I could say is, you can't say enough about networking, and our industry is being faced with a lot of different laws that's going to affect us all. And I hate it when just a few people are the ones doing all the work when we got such a big industry. And we're all in the same basket, and if we can pull together, find out what laws are coming down the pipe. I mean, for example, we've got a big one coming on about the interstates. The interstate was designed to haul what Eisenhower developed it, to haul military goods up and down the interstate, heavy loads. Well, we need to get the trucks off the back roads and on the interstates where they're supposed to be, and that just makes for a safer environment for everyone. Because we're all in it together, and the more people we get together, the better we can fight the changes that are heading our way.
Hey everybody, if you didn't come, I wish you would have come to the Carolina Loggers Association Logging and Expo demo here. We're near Laura Hill, North Carolina on Highway 74. It is a great show to our people everywhere. We're promoting Team Safe Trucking, and we're also promoting goods and all-terrain logging. Go to the websites, you're going to learn a whole lot more. We're continuing to post and update. Join Team Safe Trucking, watch the videos on goods and all-terrain, like them, join them, and do all you need to do. But Bobby Goodson's here somewhere. I don't know where. There's so many people around him. I can't find him. They may be took him off somewhere. There's no telling. But come see us and keep in touch on Facebook. Thank you.
Hey, Hayden, this one adores you.
Buddy, you got good taste.
Wait, one more. Nice. Thank you.
What's your name?
Will you go to a seat with them?
Hayden, what's your name? Andrew. Guys, thanks for coming by. Congressman told me years ago, he told me, Bobby, there's paid lobbyists up here every day of the week in my ear telling me what they want. He said, and if y'all don't come out of the woods and come up here and tell me what y'all need, I have no choice but to listen to them. When I was a younger man, I said, well, I don't have the money. I can't take a day off to go to Washington and lobby, or I can't do this. I can't join this association. I don't have time to go there. You cannot afford not to do it now. Yeah. You have to do it because people are going to make a decision for you, and you want to be at the table. What's that saying? If you're not at the table, you're probably on the table. Yeah, that's right. Very good.
Boy, this line's about an hour long. I'll tell you what, I'm glad I was able to get up here in the sunshine. I don't know about a man that's eating lunch and giving autographs at the same time, but you're going to get a swamp logger. It's an all-terrain.
Come in there and take a picture and sit on his lap with yours. Can I come in there and take a picture?
I think this guy's in short. He'll talk to you.
What?
I was searching, I get an autograph.
You ain't getting nothing. You ain't got enough money to get an autograph from me. You better be charging me more. You'll be charging me more.
Can I come in there and sit on your knee and get an autograph?
You can sit over here.
Well, I thought you was good and all terrain. You're supposed to please your fans. I'm one of your
No, that's the insurance man supposed to do that.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about.
I'm your biggest fan, Well, I ain't your biggest because you're bigger than I am. But I am a big fan.
They do.
Skag makes one. It's called Skag Tiger Cat.
Where's it at? It's on tracks. I just seen it's got a big motion head on the front of it.
Who do I talk to? I tell them Bobby Goodson sent me.
Nice talking with you. Yes, sir. Hey, Jimmy.
Hey, Dave.
How you doing?
You're working, ain't you?
Yeah. What time is it?
It's only 1 o'clock.
I thought it was 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock.
All right.
I gotta take a bathroom break.
Hey, ain't it? All right, my work here's done. Let's go.
That ain't big enough.
Is for my voice is okay at the national level, but there's nothing better than to walk the hill in DC and then have 10 of these guys or 20 of these guys walk in a congressional office. That's when you make an impact, because they want to see the audience, because they want to know that the industry itself cares about themselves, and then they'll fight for you.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
No, I have to know that it's good.
So you're gonna do it. You want it done, if you want it done right, you gotta do it yourself. Ain't that what you're saying?
$10?
Don't give it to her, please. Bye, Bobby.
Bye-bye.
We'll see you guys later. I better watch the new video.
So Bobby Goodson, he's been a Tiger Cat customer since the early 90s. He's been probably one of our oldest customers we've had. It's been a true pleasure working with him. He's a gentleman, he's a good, honest man, and we've been more than happy to help him out in his quest to be a better logger in the swamp environment. Swamp logging's a very tough job. It takes a tough guy to do it, and he's certainly the tough guy for the job. We've learned a lot working with him. Certainly the machines have had their issues. As you've probably seen on his YouTube channel and the Swamp Logger Show, there was lots of cases where those machines had a hard life, got in trouble. But we always tried to support Bobby and help him work out his machines. It's been hopefully good for Bobby. It's been very good for our company. We've learned a lot in the process, and we can't thank him enough for his faith in us over the years and running our products.
Excuse me. James. Look at it. About like a little puppy. Yeah. It's only about a little
thought that he
Created all the laws.
Everyone that's in the prayer.
Because I can look back on my life now and I can see how the Lord has had his hand in it. I had no idea what was going on. You know how they started filming me? The lady came out to my woods to do the Logging Times interview.
Yes.
And after we done it, it was just a talk. We talked for a few minutes, told her what I did. And after the interview, she says, she started laughing. She says, I was supposed to do an interview last year, but they gave me the wrong name because there was 11 of us and I did the log. And they gave me the wrong name and I did your cousin. So I kind of laughed about it. Well, a few months later, I get a call from Discovery that the Axeman show was already playing, and that's on History Channel. Well, the guy at Discovery, Catherine, this lady at Discovery called me. She says her boss walked in her office and said, Catherine, go find me an extreme logger. Turned out, walks out. She didn't know what logging was. Right. She calls a guy in Louisiana and says, listen, I used to shovel logs, but I quit. Called the American Logging Council, maybe they could help me. She calls the American Logging Council, and he opens up the magazine and says, look, there's a shovel logging crew in North Carolina. Goodson, call him. That's how they found it. So I look back on it now, if they'd done an interview when she's supposed to do the interview, I would have been in the magazine looking for something. It's just things like that, how God has directed it. I don't know what it's going to become of it, but I hope you don't let me flounder here too long.
Yeah, but hey, it's all working out for the good though. That's what
God is good every day.
You remember when the barrel rolled up on you? Weren't you working in a track in Grantham?
We were working on Highway 11. If you go through Wallace, matter of fact, I went to Gene's at Fielders, filled up with fuel. Mike, his son, helped me fill up, and I left. What had happened? My son was 11 years old. He was riding with me, and it was late that evening, and my trailer had single tires on it. And when it was full of fuel, it was sway real bad. I said, that ain't good. So being the ultra conservative, I go to the junkyard and find me a set of dualies, and I don't know this, and I didn't think about it then. I ain't put duals on up since then, but I just put old dual rims on it, tightened it up. Well, I go to the fuel stop, fill the thing up, and I come back, jerk the wheel, looking at the trailer, it's setting good. I said, that's going good. Also, I see something fly off the tire. I look again, and it's lug nuts coming off. And when I realized what's happening, I hit the brakes, and about the time the tires come off, they go flying by me. This girl was driving a Mack feed truck, grain. He hit that Mack in the front grill. She flat all 18. I mean, just white smoke flying. Tires go flying back that way when you hit the Mack. Anyway, I gathered all my crap back up, unhooked the trailer, go into town, get the studs, come back, and fix the tire. And as I'm jacking the trailer down, I didn't have it made properly, and it jacked up. The tongue went up in there. So I put the jack in the back, jacked the tongue back down. Jack wasn't high enough, so I just grabbed the back of the trailer, pulled up on it, and it rolled away from it. When it rolled away, I was still holding on to it, so my weight went on it and pushed it back down. And when it fell down that time, the chain come unhooked, and the barrel just rolled right across it. Just pushed my head right between my legs and back down the side of the road. But I was on the side of Highway 11. The barrel's laying on me. I managed to pull my head out from under it. Of course, Justin's 11. He can't do anything. I said, son, get on the radio and call to try to get some help. And a couple stopped. I don't know what, they must be coming from a funeral, or it was dressed up real nice. It was an older, 2 women and a man. They stopped and they weren't strong enough to push the barrel over the pump and get it off my leg. So they started rolling the barrel back up my body. I said, no, it's okay. Well, anyway, Justin got a hold of Allen's crew, and their guys was coming home, and they threw the barrel off of me, and then went there to Clinton. They got a helicopter ride to Greenville.
I knew it was a story like that.
But I remember I was on the side of the road, and I keep looking for that very spot. I don't really know exactly where it's at. I know that about where it's at. But I know it tore all the way off my forehead where it slammed my head against the gravel. You know, my son, he never choked up, broke down to anything until he got to the phone and talked to his mom. She still got the recording, a little tiny tape. When he started telling Mama what happened, he started crying. And now his boy's bigger than I am.
I haven't met him.
Hi, my name's Savannah with Tiger Cat. We're just here at the Mid-Atlantic show. It's been a super busy day, tons of activity. We've got Bobby Goodson signing autographs all day at our merch tent. Wish you guys were here. It's been a great day so far.
Hi everyone, we're here at the Mid-Atlantic Logging Expo on Saturday. Beautiful day in North Carolina. It's been an amazing show. It takes quite a team effort to put this kind of an event together. I'm so proud of everybody that works so very hard. We've got our setup team. We've been here for about a week, and just the logistics of having our Tiger Cat team come down and support us, having the machines arrive on time, chips, tents, the merchandise. It's just, we've planned dinners. We just have a really great time, and it's just a very rewarding experience. And I just want to say thank you so much to everybody that attended this year. So take care.
Guys, here we are at the logging demo. It has been an extremely good show. It's been a big turnout, and just a promise. They have got all the latest and the greatest of our industry out here. You know, it's jam-packed with technology and equipment, and you know, we had a big turnout of people, and it's been a good show. Tiger Cat's got a big presence here. I think they got about 12 or 13 machines here, and I've really enjoyed it, and I've had a lot of people come by the booth, and we've talked about a lot of different people, a lot of different things, and it's been interesting. And if you missed the show, you missed a good one. And of course, every other year we have it. So, you know, set your calendar for 2 years away if you can do that, and try to make it to the next show, because it's been a good one, and a lot of people came out and thoroughly enjoyed it. Carolina Loggers Association. I can't stress the importance of that to all the loggers that are in North Carolina. You know, there's only a few of us that show up compared to how many loggers there are, and it's a shame, because everybody knows there's power in numbers, and with the lumber industry being #1 in North Carolina, it's a shame that we got such a little voice. I mean, if all the loggers would come together in the association and talk, I mean, you get the network. I mean, you learn stuff from everybody, you know, but for everybody to come together, and we can have one voice in Raleigh and Washington, D.C., we can get anything passed that we wanted passed. But it takes people joining, you know. When I was young, I used to say, I don't have time to go to that. I don't have the money to take a day off and go to that. But at this point in time, you cannot afford to go. We've got to come together in the association and go to these events, because I've said it once, I said it 100 times. A friend up in Raleigh told me one time, he said there's paid constituents up here every day of the week telling him what they want. And if we don't come out of the woods and tell them what we need, we're not going to get it. So that's all I'll say about that, but it's very important, and it was a great weekend, and I got to see a lot of people I hadn't seen in many years.